If you're a Canadian senior, the government is about to move real money in and out of your bank account this month, and most people won't even notice until it's too late. There's a payment increase landing on July 29th that almost nobody has calculated correctly. There's a supplement that gets recalculated every single July, and if you missed one filing deadline back in April, yours could already be suspended right now without you knowing it. And there's a brand new benefit replacing one you've relied on for years. Most seniors don't even know the old one is gone. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through 5 government programs you need to check before July ends. Not maybe. Before July ends. Some of these have hard cutoffs. Some of these adjust automatically, and you'll never know you left money on the table. Stick with me to the end, because number 4 is the one almost nobody claims, and it's worth thousands. I want to be clear about who I am and why you should listen. I'm not selling you anything. I'm not a financial advisor trying to get you into an investment product. I'm here the way a trusted friend would sit with you at your kitchen table and go through your mail. Plain English, real form numbers. No jargon for the sake of sounding smart. If a government program has a number attached to it, a form, a threshold, a deadline, I'm going to give it to you exactly as it is, so you can go verify it yourself and act on it today. Let's start with number 1. Old Age Security, or OAS. What is it? OAS is the monthly pension almost every Canadian senior over 65 receives, based on how long you've lived in Canada, not on your work history. If you've lived here at least 10 years since turning 18, you likely qualify for something. What is it worth? Here's the part that matters right now. OAS gets reviewed every January, April, July, and October based on the cost of living. The July adjustment this year is the biggest one of 2026, a 1.2% increase, bringing the year-over-year growth to 2.3%. That pushes the maximum monthly payment past $751 if you're 65 to 74, and past $827 if you're 75 or older. That new rate hits your account on July 29th. If you're not sure your payment reflects the new amount, that's your first thing to check this week. How do you get it? If you were auto-enrolled, you don't need to do anything. Just confirm the July 29th deposit matches the new rate. If you never received an enrollment letter around your 64th birthday, log into your My Service Canada account or apply directly through Service Canada. Don't assume you're automatically in. Confirm it. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Is this some kind of gimmick? A one-time bonus check? No, and I want to be straight with you about that. This isn't a surprise payout or a hidden stimulus. It's a scheduled cost of living adjustment the government makes 4 times a year, and July's is simply larger than usual. Nothing sketchy, nothing that requires you to click a link in a text message. Just money that's already yours, landing a little heavier this month. Number 2, and this is the one with an actual deadline attached to it. The Guaranteed Income Supplement, or GIS. What is it? GIS is a tax-free monthly top-up for low-income seniors who already receive OAS. It's meant to cover the gap for people whose only income is their pension. What is it worth? For a single senior with no other income, the combined OAS and GIS payment could reach roughly $1,875 a month, starting with the July 29th deposit. But here's the critical part. GIS is recalculated every single July, using your previous year's tax return. That means your 2025 income determines what you get starting this month. If your income dropped last year, say you retired mid-year or pulled less from a RIF, your GIS could rise more than the standard increase. But if your income went up, your GIS could shrink, even while your base OAS pension goes up. How do you get it? This is the deadline I need you to hear clearly. If you did not file your 2025 tax return by April 30th of this year, your GIS payment is at risk of being suspended starting this month, right now, in July, until Service Canada receives and processes your return. Even if you had zero income last year, you still had to file to keep GIS flowing. If you haven't filed yet, do it immediately. Call the CRA, get it submitted, and confirm with Service Canada that your GIS hasn't been paused. Here's a question I know is on your mind. If I already filed late, am I going to lose the money permanently? No. Once Service Canada processes your return, payments typically resume, and any missed amount is generally paid retroactively. But every week you delay is a week without that income in your account. This isn't a program that fixes itself. Filing is the action that restarts it. Number 3. This one is new, and I mean brand new. Most seniors watching this haven't heard of it yet. The Canada Groceries and Essentials Benefit. What is it? This is a new quarterly, tax-free payment that officially replaces the GST and HST credit starting this month, July 2026. It's specifically designed to help with the cost of groceries and everyday essentials, and low-income seniors are a primary target group. What is it worth? The exact amount depends on your income and household situation, similar to how the old GST credit worked, but most seniors already receiving OAS or GIS qualify for close to the maximum amount automatically. How do you get it? This is the good news. If you file your taxes every year like I just told you to do for GIS, you don't need a separate application. It's automatic, but here's what you do need to check. Log into your CRA My account and confirm this new benefit is actually listed under your upcoming payments. Because it's replacing an older credit, some seniors are seeing a gap in their records where the system hasn't caught up yet. If you don't see it listed, call the CRA and ask directly about your groceries and essentials benefit status. I can already hear the skepticism. Why hasn't anyone told me the GST credit is gone? Fair question, and honestly, that's exactly why programs like this quietly slip past people. It's not being hidden from you. It's just a rebranded, restructured benefit rolling out in the same month as a dozen other payment changes, and the news cycle moves on before most people notice. That's the whole reason to check your account this week instead of assuming nothing changed. Now let's get into number 4, and I told you this one was coming. The Disability Tax Credit, Form T-2201. What is it? This is a federal tax credit for seniors living with a severe and prolonged physical or mental impairment. And I want to stop you right there before you assume this doesn't apply to you. And this isn't only for seniors in wheelchairs or with visible disabilities. It covers significant mobility limitations, vision loss, chronic pain conditions, cognitive impairments, and more. A huge number of eligible seniors never apply because they don't think their condition qualifies. What is it worth? This is the one I said was worth thousands, and I meant it. The disability tax credit itself can reduce your taxes owed by roughly $9,872 in the federal base amount for 2026, plus a supplement if the condition began before age 18. But it doesn't stop there. Qualifying for the DTC can open the door to the Registered Disability Savings Plan, additional provincial credits, and it can be claimed retroactively for up to 10 previous tax years if you were eligible and never applied. That retroactive piece alone has put thousands of dollars back into seniors' pockets in a single lump sum. How do you get it? You or your doctor need to complete Form T-2201, the Disability Tax Credit Certificate. Your physician or specialist fills out the medical section confirming your condition and its impact on your daily living. Submit it to the CRA either online through My Account or by mail. Once approved, you can then request the retroactive adjustment for prior years where you qualified but didn't claim it. I know the natural question here, if this is worth thousands of dollars, why doesn't my doctor just mention it? Honestly, most doctors aren't trained to flag CRA tax forms during a medical appointment. It's not part of their job. That responsibility falls on you or your family to bring up. So this week, if you or your spouse manage a chronic condition, mobility issue, or ongoing health limitation, that's your action item. Start the T-2201 conversation at your next appointment. Number 5. Provincial Senior Supplements. And this is the one that depends on where you live, so pay close attention. What is it? On top of every federal program I've just covered, most provinces run their own additional monthly top-up for low-income seniors. Ontario, for example, runs the Guaranteed Annual Income System, or GAINS, which pays eligible seniors up to $92 a month on top of their OAS and GIS. What is it worth? For Ontario seniors with little or no private income in 2025, that's up to $92 extra every single month, automatically layered on top of your federal payments for the benefit year running July 2026 through June 2027. Other provinces run similar income supplements, rent relief programs, and property tax credit programs specifically for seniors. The names and amounts differ, but the pattern is the same. How do you get it? If you already receive OAS and GIS, most provincial top-ups like GAINS are calculated automatically. You don't file a separate application. But if you're in a different province, this is your homework for this week. Search your provincial government's website for Senior Income Supplement or Senior Property Tax Relief, because these programs are consistently underclaimed simply because people assume the federal payment is the whole picture. It isn't. So here's the real question behind everything I've told you today. If all this money is sitting there, why isn't the government just sending it to me automatically? Some of it is automatic, OAS, the new groceries and essentials benefit, provincial top-ups like GAINS. But the two biggest pieces, GIS continuity and the disability tax credit, depend entirely on you taking action. filing your taxes, submitting a form. That's not the system hiding money from you. That's the system requiring proof before it releases money to you. And that's exactly why most eligible seniors leave it unclaimed. Not because they don't qualify, but because nobody ever laid it out for them this clearly. So here's what I want you to do before July ends. Confirm your July 29th OAS deposit reflects the new rate. Confirm your 2025 taxes are filed and your GIS hasn't been suspended. Check your CRA My account for the new groceries and essentials benefit. Talk to your doctor about the T2201 if you manage a chronic condition, and look up your province's senior supplement program by name. If this helped you understand what's actually landing in your account this month, tell me in the comments which one surprised you the most. I read every one of them. And if you know a parent, a neighbor, or a senior in your life who needs to hear this before the month is out, send them this video today. This isn't information that should sit unused. Subscribe, because next month brings another full round of payment changes, and I'll be back to break every one of them down in plain English, the same way I did today.